So I've been playing a lot of Dirt 5 recently, as it's currently the only next-gen racing game out at the moment, and I have to say I've been quite surprised as it's really good fun. I mean, it's not a particularly difficult game, as I play on the hardest difficulty and I still win by miles. But it is just one of those games that you can pick up and play if you just want to chill out a bit, which is great. Anyway, it wasn't too long until I had a classic Jumbo thought of, I wonder what the best cars are. So me being me, I've done a deep dive analysis of all the cars in the game, so let's go and have a look. Right, first things first, I'm only looking at the 59 base vehicles included with the game, so none of the DLC cars are included. This is purely because I haven't bought the season pass or any of the DLCs, but if I ever do, I'll do a video on it as well. Now, I may have gone a bit overboard with the analysis, so let me quickly explain how I went about finding out which cars were the best. If you're not interested in this kind of stuff, then use the timestamps below to skip ahead. To start with, I took all the information the game gives you and gave each car a ranking based on their grading for performance and handling. For example, S equals 1, A equals 2, B equals 3, and C equals 5. Only joking, equals 4. Now, the gradings that Codemasters have given each car doesn't seem to necessarily point you to the best cars in the game. In fact, some of them don't seem to make any sense at all. I was also able to work out the power to weight ratio, which I thought might explain some of these gradings, but sadly this didn't work either. I also worked out every car's top speed. Well, kind of. It was more their top speed in a confined space just before death occurred. I then tested every car on a dirt stage which had everything you would ever need in long straights, jumps, hairpins, a bit of tarmac, and most importantly, a South African announcer.
Very nice guy and a very talented racer.
I did this 3 times to get an average as well as the best stage time. And just when I thought I was done, I then remembered that there was also snow and ice in this game. So I also tested every car on the ice track as well, again 3 times each. After collecting all this data, I was then able to give each car a ranking in their category. Obviously, with me driving the cars, there will be a bit of human error, but I tried to nullify this as much as possible by doing at least 3 runs. And naturally, I will have a preference towards some cars as they will suit my driving style better. I'm only saying this as you may find that some cars suit you better than the ones that I've suggested, but this video should at least point you towards the better cars in the game. Okay, so in Dirt 5, the 59 cars are split into 13 categories, but 3 of these categories only have 1 car in them, which are the Formula Off-Road, the Rock Bouncer, and the Sprint. So obviously the 1 car that's in each of these categories is the best one. Right, let's start off with 80s Rally. The worst car is the BMW M1, which is really bad compared to the other cars in this category, so just avoid it. Next is the only other rear-wheel drive car in this category, the Lancia 037, which is very quick in a straight line and on dirt, but it really struggles on the ice. In third is the Peugeot 205, which has the best power to weight ratio in this category, and that's about it really, but it does make this weird little turbo squeak though. In second is the Porsche 959, which is the heaviest in this category and has the slowest top speed, but it handles both the dirt and ice very well. That leaves the best car in this category being the Ford RS 200, which just dominates the rest. Not too much else to say here other than you really need to use this car. Next we head to 90s Rally. The worst car in this category is the Peugeot 306. This car is just awful in every way. I know this is one that you get given at the beginning of the game, but you really need to buy another car in this category ASAP. Next is the Renault Clio Williams, which strangely has the best top speed despite being a front wheel drive car. It also does this weird wheel spin thing on tarmac, even in 4th gear. In third is the Ford Escort RS, which is solid on dirt but excels on the ice. In second is the Subaru Impreza S4, which is great on the dirt, less so on the ice. The top spot goes to the Mitsubishi Evo 6, which is very good on both the ice and the dirt. The top 3 are very close in this category, but I would recommend the Evo. Sorry Subaru fans. Moving on to Classic Rally. The worst car is again the car you're given from the beginning, the Fiat 131. And the Mustang, which is in 4th, isn't really much better either, so avoid both of these if you can. In 3rd is the Porsche 924, which is great on dirt, less so on ice, and in 2nd is the Porsche 911, which is solid on dirt and great on ice. The top spot in this category goes to the Lancia Stratos, which I'm very happy about as it's one of my all-time favourite cars. It's very good on both the dirt and ice, and it looks good doing it too. What more could you want? Crossraid. The worst car is the BMW Soddy Cars BV6. It's really slow, it's pretty ugly too.
Bruh.
In 4th is the Peugeot 3008, which is pretty meh. The best thing about this is the Sean Ball livery, which I am a big fan of. In 3rd is the Mini John Cooper Works. Nothing to say about this really. 2nd is the VW Touareg, which is very good on ice due to it being 4-wheel drive and is okay on dirt. Solid. But the best by miles is the Lafite G-Tech. Nothing else to say other than it just dominates, so get this one now. Modern Rally, now these are fun to drive. Well, 2 of them anyway. The VW Polo GTI doesn't excel anywhere, nor does the 3rd place Skoda Fabia, so don't use either. In 2nd is the Citroen C3 RS, which is very good on the dirt, but is let down a bit by its performance on the ice. Not that it's bad, it's just that the Fiesta, which is 1st, is very good on both the ice and the dirt. I would recommend the Fiesta just, but the C3 is also a great choice. Pre-runners. The Mitsubishi e-Evo is the worst car, and it's also an electric vehicle. It's very stable and easy to drive, but it's just far too slow. The Porsche Cayenne isn't much better in 6th, and disappointingly neither is the Aston Martin DBX in 5th. The Cadillac Escalade is 4th, and it's absolutely jokes to drive as it has 10 gears, so you feel like you're driving a lorry.
Does understeer this lorry.
In 3rd is the Chevrolet Colorado, which is a solid option. In 2nd is the Ford F-150 Raptor, which is amazing on the dirt, like it's so much faster than the others, but it's really bad on the ice due to it being rear wheel drive. But I would recommend getting it as it is so fast on the dirt. The top spot goes to the Audi AI, which looks like it's from space, but it is very good on the dirt and it is great on the ice. This is due to it being an electric vehicle, so it's very stable. Definitely check this one out. Next we head to Rallycross, and this is where the monsters live. The Peugeot 208 is really poor, just don't use it. The Renault is 4th and isn't much better either. The Audi S1 is 3rd and is surprisingly quick. The Subaru WRX STI comes in 2nd, as I think the extra weight slows it down enough to not be on the top spot, which goes to the Mini Cooper, which is absolutely rapid. In fact, it's so fast that sometimes it can be difficult to handle, but it is so much fun. Definitely get this one. Next we head to Rally GT, and in last is the Ford Mustang, which is disappointing as I love the Mustang, but both versions so far have been totally rubbish. 5th is the BMW M2, which just kicks its back out too much to be quick. 4th is the Aston Martin V8 Vantage, which along with the Lotus Exige in 3rd, had the joint lowest top speed. In 2nd is the Fiat Abarth 124, which is very light and nimble, but because of this it can struggle over jumps. And then you have the Porsche 911 in the top spot, which is easily the best by miles, so get the Porsche. Super light now, in last and by some way is the Blitzworld Beast. Surprisingly in 8th is the Aerial Nomad, 7th is the Armada Engineering Class 10, 6th is the Brenthal Industries Class 10, 5th is the VW ID Buggy, which is really heavy compared to the rest of these due to it being an electric vehicle. Fourth is the Speed Car Extreme, which is amazing on the ice. It's like one of those little pond skaters, you know, the little insects thing. No? Okay. But I definitely would recommend getting this just for the ice races, as it's very good. Third is the Speed Car Wonder. Second is the VW Baja Beetle, which has a great top speed, but that isn't enough to beat the Exomotive Exocet, which is the best overall. The last category now, Unlimited. Surprisingly, in last is the Brenthal Industries Unlimited Truck, which has so much power but struggles to get it down. And it only has 3 gears, which I don't think helps either. In fourth is the Armada Unlimited Truck. In third is the Jimco Unlimited Truck. In second is the Brenthal Industries Class 1 Buggy. And taking the top spot by some way, I might add, is the Jimco Unlimited Class 1, which is very good on both the dirt and ice despite having the lowest top speed. Woo, we did it! We got through all the cars and the categories. Good job everyone. Right, before I wrap this up, I'm interested to know what you guys think of dirt and what your favourite car in the game is. I would say mine is probably the Ford RS200, as that thing is an absolute beast, but I do really love the Stratos too. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you found this video useful, as it did take a while to produce, and if you did, then make sure you hit that like button, as it really helps us out. If you want to see more content like this, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I've been Jumbo, and I'll see you in the next one.